Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bruce Lee and my co-host is Sid Roeder. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning, Bruce.
It's good to be back again this morning.
Always.
Always. Almost all. Well, okay, always. We've got a great show. It's going to be kind of a fun show today. It's going to be a flowy show today. I think.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be real fun.
So we're going to talk about us a little bit. Yeah. And so if you're thinking right now you want to turn it off, just give us a second. It might be okay. But before we get started, let's talk about our sponsor, Sid.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about the sponsor a little bit more. Our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time to provide information to seniors and their family members and really anybody who cares. And we do so via this radio show. And if you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so at empoweringseniors.info. You can email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, you can always call me personally at 435-512-6406.
Thank you, Sid, and thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate everybody that helps us put this show on, and that's a little bit about what we want to talk about today. Every once in a while, we like to talk about our origins, and we were kind of laughing about that and talking about that. And so we were trying to figure out when we did the first show, and I thought it was.
You thought it was in the summer of 2017,
I thought
but
it was in the summer of
actually
2000.
still kind of. Well, it was. When does spring flip over? In March?
June.
In June?
Yeah,
Okay.
the first day of summer is June
So
20th.
it was spring. Well, I know the date. It was April 29, 2017 when we did our first show.
Okay, so if you're listening out there, that's now
Almost 5 years.
Almost
1
5
month.
years.
Yeah, about a little over a month, and we're on 5 years.
Yeah. And so actually how this show came about is what's interesting, and what the Empowering Seniors Group is interesting. And so let's talk about how this happened, Sid. How did the Empowering Seniors Group start? What is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Empowering Seniors Group, I had some experiences in my own family with my grandparents and came to realize that when people age, oftentimes nobody likes to think about aging and the consequences, things that happen in your life, decisions you might have to make down the road when you can't take care of yourself anymore, when you have any dementia issues, all those wonderful things that we all have to face at some time in your life. Nobody likes to talk about it. And when my grandparents were aging, I realized that sometimes family members have to make quick decisions because there was nothing pre-planned, there was nothing looked at in advance, and sometimes those decisions then are very painful, and relocations happen, and there's just so much devastation going on and change going on all at one point in time. That made me think, wouldn't it be great if there was a place that you could go where you would have one stop to get all the information that you wanted. If you wanted to pre-plan your funeral, you could sit down with the funeral director. If you wanted to see what kind of assisted living or independent living facilities are in your community, you could get a list of them and tour them, many, many years in advance and kind of get a feel for maybe, if something happened, I couldn't take care of myself, where would I go? And there's so many other issues. So I had the thought, if I could get some people together and maybe hold seminars. Mm-hmm. And so we met. That's you and I. You were the first person I ever talked to. Also, due to the company that you run with Comfort Care, I knew that you had your heart in the right spot to want to share information with seniors. And one of our big issues was we didn't want solicitation. We both knew that there were a lot of people out there that went and hosted events for people and were then soliciting them to buy their services, and that was not what we wanted. We wanted an open field where people could ask questions to professionals and get all the information they wanted in one spot. So we had talked about seminars and
failed.
We failed because we didn't take into consideration that weather and all kinds of things have an impact on people getting out there. And now I'm going to let you take the wheel, because you came with the radio.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting. When I very, very first started our home care business, I was in another state, and they took us around to see how another company like ours was working with independent living facilities. And so we were kind of going from room to room. And so we walked into this room, and there was a lady in there, and she was on the phone. And she was on the phone with this person that was trying to get $500 from her to unlock her computer because she had been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And apparently one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta had a baby, I guess, or something. I've never watched the show. I don't know anything about it. But she had been online checking this out and got into something where it locked her computer up and popped a phone number up there. And sure enough, she's on the phone talking to this really nice person who's getting her credit card. And I saw it. I thought, oh my gosh. And so, hey, can I just help you with that for a second? And she said, yeah, sure. So she handed me the phone, and I started talking to the person, and that really nice person all of a sudden got really mean. And so just super bad that there are people out there that want to take advantage of people like that. And of course, fortunately, the timing was good, and I was able to head off that, and we got our computer figured out and got it unlocked without her having to pay anybody to do that, fortunately. But there are so many people out there. I'm not suggesting that other businesses out there are bad, but there are people out there that are not good, want to take advantage of people. So we wanted to get information to people in a way where they would be safe and be able to understand what professional services out there and be able to make choices on their own. And that's where the seminar came from. And so we thought, oh, this is going to be such a great idea. We're going to do so much good. It's going to be great. And then nobody came. It was raining sideways that day. And, we kind of sat there and we did it, and we were sitting around the room afterward, and we thought, gosh, we're trying to do something good here. We want to get this information out to people, and how can we do it? And that's where the radio show idea came up. We thought, if we pool our money together, we can pay for the radio spot, and we can have guests come on and get this information out. And now, 5 years later, we've had a few guests and done a few shows.
Yeah, we have, because we hear every week. And we've also have received some emails over the time, some of which I may touch on, but we're coming up on our first break here in a second. So let me just tell you again, if you'd like to have some more information about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. Or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Erickson for the Sunshine Minute. Each day, our nurses, CNAs, cooks and servers, housekeepers, laundry staff, music, recreation therapy teams, office staff, receptionists, and many more arrive around the clock. These heroes show up ready and willing to serve and protect our residents and clients. We are so grateful to our dedicated team. On behalf of the Board of Sunshine Terrace Foundation and our community, thank you to all of our employees for keeping us safe. We bring more to life together.
Oh, it seems like yesterday I was playing with my kids on the playground.
Seems like yesterday I was building a treehouse in the backyard.
Time goes by too fast, but there is something you can do to ensure you're taken care of down the road. I'm Tracy Ferris with Quality First Insurance. A long-term care insurance policy is something we all need as we get older. If you wait until you need it, you're too late. Let me help you understand the options and benefits of long-term care insurance. Call me today, 435-752-0101.
Sometimes I'd like to smack old age right in the kisser. Pow!
I always get the best parking spot.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. With Comfort Care at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as little or as much home care as you need, so you can live in your own home on your own terms.
I won't let aging stop me from being me.
Together with Comfort Care, you can live your best life possible. Call us today at 754-7676.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free
free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us today, we have special guests in the studio today. It's us. Right, Sid?
Yes, I love it. It's just you and me.
And by special, we mean special. I don't know what we mean. We're not that special. We're just having some fun today because we're talking about the origins of the show and the origins of the Empowering Seniors Group. And we just kind of want to let people know what we're doing here and help understand what our why is and why we do the show and what we're trying to do. We were talking a little bit about before the break about the seminar that we held. That was the birth of the idea of doing a radio show, because as oftentimes things happen, out of failure comes opportunity.
Yes.
And so we failed at that. Well, I don't know if fails.
I was going to say, and it wasn't on that. It was not zero. There were a handful of people that were actually there. It felt like nothing because we had expected that.
We had everybody there. What I recall is we had everybody there that was going to present. And we had some people from Bragg.
Mm-hmm. And some seniors.
And we had a couple people that showed up that, you know.
But it was very minimal.
Very, very minimal. And, you know, the format of the seminar, if you're just wondering what we were trying to do, we were going to have our professionals sit up in the front and answer questions. We were not taking any personal information. We didn't want your phone number, your name. We just wanted to be there to answer questions. And really, the idea is, I think we understand that sometimes it's difficult to get information about the services that are available without having to talk to a salesperson and get closed on a deal. And again, I'm not trying to prosecute salespeople out there and say that that's not what they should do, because that's how it works. But as a consumer, especially as a senior consumer, sometimes those experiences can be intimidating. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't understand about estate planning, or you shouldn't understand about funeral services, or you shouldn't understand about some of these other things that we do. And that's what we've tried to do now with the people that are in group. And if you listen to the ads are going to come up here in the next break again, you'll hear the different people that are members of the group, and you're going to hear these different businesses that are represented. They help us to get this information out. And a lot of times they're talking about themselves, and they'll also talk about their industry. And sometimes it's about how not to use them.
Well, and I think the beauty lies in the fact that you can listen to radio and you can even listen to the ads, but that doesn't necessarily need to be that individual that you pick to provide that service. I think the beauty, and that's why you and I felt really good about doing this, is that some professional is getting all the information out. You kind of get a better idea, especially if you hear it more than once, of maybe some questions to ask. I mean, we've got people that can do Medicare here that have given great advice on what to look out for a good person to represent you. Attorneys that have talked about estate planning that have just given us some insight why maybe a trust is better than a will and things like that. And we've always felt good that if somebody wanted to contact that professional, we had the number out there, but that's not the person you need to use unless you want to.
Well, when you even talk about people as they come into the group, we want them to understand that our purpose is educational. And so, they may or may not get a call. And even with my business, we do home care, and people need to know what that is, because there's some stuff that happens for families that can be really, really difficult. Home care can be a great answer for that. We'd love to help them with our company, but I definitely want people to get help, whether it's our company or not. And they ought to understand the questions to ask and how to do that. And so I feel good about that. And I think the people that are within the group also feel good that people are getting the services that they need, and they're, that we can provide that to the community.
Absolutely. I agree. And we've had, over the past almost 5 years, we've had some telephone contacts and some emails from people. So maybe I should actually recognize one of our listeners that I've spoken to on several occasions, Shirley in Hiram, if you're listening. Thanks for listening. So Shirley's actually called in before and spoken to me about a couple of services that are provided, and that's been joyful. Also on emails, we've received emails, some with suggestions on some subjects that we should talk about, and one that sticks in my mind that's actually not a new one was a lady that emailed me and was talking about the lack of knowledge about things to do when people retire. And she was talking about family members and friends that had gone into retirement and didn't have a particular hobby that they could follow. And it was hard for them to figure out how to fill their day with productive activities. So one thing that I wanted to touch on a little bit today too is maybe some websites that you can go on, things that you can find where you can meet some people. And I don't know, Bruce, you want to take...
Meet some people. This is a dating website? That's not the service we're talking about. Not
the service I was talking about. No, meet some people in regards to people that are like-minded or just meeting someone new.
Yeah. There are a lot of people out there. That's an interesting transition. And as people are coming to that point, sometimes they have a plan, sometimes they don't. There's some obvious services that are here that I think people have easy access to, like there's the Cash Senior Center. Well, there are senior centers throughout the area. So there's a senior center in Logan. There's a senior center in Smithfield. There's a senior center in Hiram. There's a senior center in Brigham City. There's a senior center in Tremonton. And I know in Rich County they have a senior center in Randolph. And so there are different places to go. I'm probably missing some.
Preston. Let's not forget.
Preston.
I don't think it's called Senior Center anymore because there was a transition to make that a community center or something. But I think it's still functioning in there somehow.
Yeah, I think Utah calls them senior centers, and they have some funding that comes from the state. I don't know if they get federal funding or not. I can't remember, but I don't know how it works in Idaho. But they do have something up there, and they do a Meals on Wheels variation up there too. All the senior centers except for, let's see, Smithfield does not, and Hiram does not, but the Cash Senior Center in Logan does Meals on Wheels. They do it out of Brigham City. And so those are great places. There's lots of activities there. And sometimes people think, well, that's for older people. The senior centers are really designed for people 55 and up. And so they have activities that really cross the spectrum for things for people to do.
And so let me maybe chime in there before we go on our second break, is you actually do go to the senior center, don't you? You used to go all the time.
I used to go to play poker. So I used to play a game of poker with everybody up there. I always, bingo seems to be the popular game that everybody plays, and I always felt like I didn't want to do bingo. I thought bingo's boring for me anyway. You have to think more to play poker, and so I'd have a group of people, and they would do that, and that was fun. I haven't done that for a while, though. I need to go back and do it again.
There you go. That was my reminder to you.
Yeah.
You need to go back. There are many activities of things you can do, not only in the senior centers, and we'll get back to that after the break. Stay tuned.
This is Mark Thurston with White Pine Funeral Services. The best time to plan is when you have time to plan. Having a prearranged funeral gives peace of mind for everyone involved. White Pine will customize your final wishes to fit your needs, from a traditional burial to cremation to a custom headstone. White Pine also accepts prearranged plans from other mortuaries, and we will absorb any transfer or revocation fees. No penalty to you. Visit whitepinefunerals.com or come and see us for more information.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Want an inexperienced surgeon?
Okay, nurse, I'm ready for the scalpel.
How about an inexperienced airline pilot?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and I'm terrified.
Experience matters, and we have it.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I am a senior real estate specialist.
I'd love to meet with you face-to-face and give you a free consultation and market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Did you know that one of the greatest threats to our quality of life is a fall? 1/3 of Americans 65 and older, and 1/2 of those over 80 will fall this year. Many will never be the same again, and some will never return to their homes. This is Bruce at Comfort Care. One of the ways we can help people stay in their home is through our free in-home fall protection survey. Let us help you identify these fall risks. Call us at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Whether you have a small business, large corporation, or sole proprietorship, remember Cook Martin Polson has provided quality accounting services since 1977. At Cook Martin Polson, they believe you've earned it, and they're going to help you keep it. Take a minute right now to call 750-5566. That's 750-5566 to set up your tax appointment and let Cook Martin Polson show you how to keep the money you have earned.
This is Jared Ripplinger with Cook Martin Polson. You've worked hard for your money. Let us help you keep it.
If you're retired or plan to retire soon, will you outlive your money or will your money outlive you? If you don't know the answer, I can help. Hi, I'm Patty Bartholomew, a financial consultant with Parsonex Securities. If you have questions about your financial plan or just need a second opinion, call me today at 435-227-5556.
Investments are not FDIC insured, nor are they deposits of or guaranteed by a bank or any other entity, so they may lose value. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the funds. This and other important information is contained in each fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, which can be obtained from a financial professional and should be read carefully before investing. Securities offered through Parsonex Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC, 8310 South Valley Highway, Suite 110, Inglewood, Colorado, 80112-303-662-8700.
When it comes to successful aging, eating well matters. Staying physically active matters. Getting socially engaged matters. Living alone, aging alone, it's harder to consistently do that. Hi, this is Chris Grohl with Pioneer Valley Lodge, where we make it easier to do those things every day. Our mission at Pioneer Valley Lodge in North Logan is to help seniors live better, age more gracefully, and stay independent for as long as possible. Pioneer Valley Lodge, an independent living community for seniors.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us today, we're talking about Sid and I a little bit and the origins of the Empowering Seniors Group and what our purpose is and what we've tried to accomplish as part of providing this information on the radio show. And we were also talking about, Sid had mentioned that she'd received a communication, which we love, by the way. Sid will give you the email address here at the end of the show. And we really love to hear from you. We like suggestions on things that you're interested in so that we can address them. But she got a communication from somebody who was saying, hey, look, we've retired and is this it?
Right.
Right? And so Sid has spent a little time doing a little research.
Well, it's not really research. It's things that we've talked about many, many times. And one of the things I do want to highlight, just because I really, truly love it, and that's why I'd like to promote this little book that is amazing. It's entitled 117 Amazing Things to Do in Logan and Cache Valley, Utah. It was written by Jesse and Julie Hollis Terrell. She is also correct me, Bruce, the director of the Cache Valley Visitor Center is, I believe, her formal title.
Which is, we should say where that is. That's in the same building.
The old courthouse. It's right next to the county building, the one with the golden dome thing.
Yeah, it's next to the building where you register your vehicle, so it's just to the north of that. So if you're interested in learning more about things to do in Cache Valley, that's a great place to go because it's kind of touristy oriented with lots of things to do.
Yes, and they also sell this wonderful little book that if you're looking for a gift for a neighbor that's moved into the valley or for yourself, or if you hear your kids saying there's nothing to do, or you are looking for new activities that you may have not considered about, I would highly recommend this. This is my to-do Bible that I haul around and I've given to all of my kids because I don't want to hear the word I'm bored. Because it's one. I mean, it has outdoor activities, the arts, food. I mean, pretty much anything. There's always more things to discover, but it's a good start. And the other one and I pulled off some of the going ons here until the end of the month. The other one, explorerlogan.com, is the website that's also linked with the visitor center, and they typically have all of the events in Cache Valley online that might be desirable to go to, and they vary. So let me just maybe even recite a few of those. So today, March 12th, the Hiram Museum has Cache Valley's Nature, I guess an exhibit from 10 to 3 p.m., something to maybe look at if you're interested in nature. Then on Saturday the 19th, and I hope I'm going to say this right, it is Celebrate 40 Years with Nima. It is the Nora Eccles, what's it called? Now I've got it. Now I can't find it. Where is it? Harrison Museum of Arts up at USU. They are celebrating with an exhibition.
Well, we just did a show on that one here recently and had the director on talking
Yes.
about some of those things. Yeah.
So that might be a fun thing to go to. On March 24th, we've got the Aspen Spring Trio at 7:30 p.m. in the Russell Wanless Performance Hall, which is, I guess, USU Kane Performance Hall, it says under there. But again, if you have questions, it's easiest to go on to the explorerlogan.com website and check out the events coming up. You can actually also look into further in the year. And there was one more thing, because one thing I derived from the email I was receiving was not only activities where you actually go and you buy tickets and you attend something, but there was a question how to fill your time if you don't have a favorite pastime, a hobby that you want to do. And there is another website that you can actually find things to serve the community, Bruce. And I'm going to let you take that one for a minute because I have less experience with that one.
I don't have a ton of experience with this, but I have some. I know that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has sponsored a site called justserve.org. And you can both look for opportunities to do service if that's what you're interested in, or if you have a service project and would like some help with that, then you can post to that site and look for hopefully people that are reviewing that can come help with a service project. So I've seen things like, preparing care packages for the troops, or I'm sure there's some stuff on there for the Ukraine right now. That seems to be a pretty popular thing that people are doing and needed. And so those opportunities are out there. There's also groups and organizations that you can join, like Rotary. That club is we've had them on. I'm trying to think what else, and really the even becoming involved maybe at a deeper level with a senior center or something like that is something that you can do to spend time. I know people aren't looking to replace their retirement with another 40-hour or 80-hour a week job, but if you're looking for meaning and some things that are, there's even organizations out there where you can volunteer to spend time with people who that are lonely. And so there's a lot of good things out there that you can do that are fun.
Absolutely.
And fulfilling.
Yes. I think there is a plethora of things to do in Cache Valley, whether you like the outdoors or indoors or serving people. And again, if you'd like to get some direction on that too, you can always shoot us an email. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and what your interests are, what you're looking to do. We'd be happy to guide you into a good direction there. Sadly, we are at the end of our show right now. This is the Senior Moment Show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll hope you do so again next week.